Be outside, looks to be. And again, I can't really see exactly where I'm at in the booth. The sprinkles are coming down. At any point in time, we may lose everything with a power surge. We'll try to get it back up and running. But as of now, we're going to try to televise the game as much as we can. Once we go down, depending on the weather, see if we get it up. That's even the count up. 1-1, and that's a swing and a miss by Grimmett. He'll go down 1 ball, 2 strikes in the count. And that ball's going to be upstairs, even to count up 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be strike 3 at the knees. And Grimmett will be retired on strikes with the backwards K. And Bergier will have his first strikeout of the evening. That'll bring into the box the senior starter from game 1. Pitched a fantastic game, just fell a little short. Number 2, Drew Tyson, to be at shortstop today. And lays off the breaking ball. Drew Tyson hits that one straight up. And that'll be quickly retired, the Panthers 1-2. And that'll bring Adam Broadnack to the plate for the Panthers. And like I said earlier, Broadnax will get the start for the Panthers today. And the first is going to swing. That's going to have a car right in the middle of 2. And the off-speed pitch will catch the strike zone. That'll be 0-2 to Broadnack. And that ball's going to be fouled straight back to the net. Keep the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Into the dugout. Hard line drive foul into the first base dugout. And that ball's going to carry out of here probably. It's going. And that one's going to be a stand-up double, Broadnax, and he'll hold up at 2. That ball kept traveling. And just like that, Adam Broadnax will have a 2-out stand-up double here for the Panthers. Panthers in scoring position with the big stand-up double from Broadnax. And he'll be courtesy run. Here comes Britton Fitz back in to run for the pitcher, Broadnax. That'll bring the freshman, Zach Craig, into the box. The left-handed hitter, freshman, with a runner on scoring position here for the Panthers to strike early. And that ball's going to be outside. 1 ball, no strikes to the left-handed hitting freshman. And that ball's going to be chopped foul into the Vanderbilt Catholic dugout. Even the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. That curveball's not going to reach the strike zone, be a little high. 2 balls and a strike to Craig. And that ball's going to be downstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Question is, will the freshman have the green light with a runner in scoring position here in the top of the first, as Panthers are visiting team today in Game 2 series? And that ball's going to be hit back up the middle. Catcher gets his glove on it. And that'll be retired. So that'll be the end of the top first inning, where the Panthers have 1 hit. The big double by Broadnax be 1 hit, no runs, 1 left on here in the top of the first. Going into the bottom of the first, I'd like to thank our sponsors first: BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, the BK Trio of businesses. I'd like to thank you for being a headline sponsor here for all sports at Buckeye. Remember, they're opening a 2nd location in Pineville over the summer. Get with Scott for the sign needs in Central Louisiana. Be opening a 2nd location. Also, like to thank Holloway Outdoors and Marine. That's Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Anything you need outdoor-wise, hunting or fishing, have the best boats in Cenlaw. Go see them, Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Like to thank them for being a headline sponsor of baseball this year as well. Also like to thank Robbie Tarver and the Tarver Companies. That's Robbie Tarver and the Tarver Companies. I'd like to thank, he's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Anything you need, call Robbie Tarver, and one of the companies he owns can get what you need. I'd like to thank him for being a sponsor here for Buckeye Baseball as well. So the Panthers will be the home visiting team today. In case you're just now getting on, I'm just told that it is up and running on YouTube now. I'm going to try and find it where I can keep up with the feed as well. And that ball's going to be inside from Broadnax. All right, so I did find the game. It is up and running on YouTube. Back to the scoreboard now to be 1 ball, no strikes. To Robert or Robert, depending on where you're at in the state. Robert was the solo home run yesterday to get the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers the first run of the day. And quickly, Broadnax will go down 3-0 to Robert. And the rain is starting to come down a little harder here in Panther Park, trying to hold it off. And that's going to be a called strike. And that ball's going to be chopped to Grimmett. Good play by Grimmett. He's going to come across the diamond and he'll retire Robert on the ground ball out. And you can tell the ball is slick. So I'm holding the umbrella, the glove, and the phone with the lineup here in the box as it's coming down a little harder. And that'll be 1 retired for the Terriers. Now we're going to change batters. And that'll quickly be 1 ball, 1 strike. And this will be Guidry in the box, the left-handed hitting Guidry. That ball's going to be downstairs, 2 balls and a strike to Guidry. And that's going to be a foul ball as it hit Guidry in the box. So Broadnax evens count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's the curveball with the strikeout. It'll be the first strikeout for Broadnax on the evening. And just like that, the Panthers answer with the first 2 batters retired for the Terriers. And here comes Gilbo standing in the box for the Terriers. The first one's going to be barreled up. It's going straight dead center field. Cameron Burns camped out under it. And he makes the out for Gilbo. And just like that, the Terriers will go 1, 2, 3 as the rain's coming down just a little harder. So that'll be 1 complete inning of play. Panthers get a base runner to second. Don't push him across. And the Terriers will be retired 1, 2, 3. Buckeye being the home team today, coming up to bat here in the top of the second inning. It'll be the sophomore, number 11, the center fielder Cameron Burns in the box, up first for the Panthers. Followed by the Golden Glove first baseman of yesterday, the lefty Justin Hunt, also a sophomore. And that'll put the big junior Ty Curtis in the hole, who had the go-ahead double, stand-up double there in the bottom of the 6th to get the Panthers the lead. And remember, baseball is played day by day. Anything can change. And by inning, really. As you've seen yesterday, it was predominantly a defensive game the first 4.5 innings of play. In the last 2.5 innings of play, the bats and the good defense showed up. Had a lot of baseball played. So tomorrow, if Buckeye wins the game tonight, there will be a game 3 tomorrow, 7:30, here at Panther Park, weather permitting. And the rain's stopping a little with the sophomore digging in, Cameron Burns at the plate. He's going to look at a strike downstairs, called at the knees. And that ball's going to be up, even to count up 1-1. And that's fouled back into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Burns will chop that one foul. Staying alive in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burns very speedy. If you can get Burns on, he's always a threat on the base path. As though the Terriers catcher yesterday threw 3 out. And Burns will go down swinging on the 12-6 curveball. So that'll put one down for the Panthers here in the top of the second. And that'll bring the left-handed hitting first baseman, sophomore Justin Hunt, into the box. And quickly, he swings at the 12-6 curveball. He'll go down 0-1. And that ball will be upstairs, even it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball's going to be fouled out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hunt here. Top of the second, 1 out for the Panthers. And it's no secret what he's doing. He's pulling the string on them, and you're going to have to hold up today. That's 2 back-to-back strikeouts on the 12-6 curveball. And it's not really that close to the strike zone. Just looking at it, comes in. You're going to have to learn to probably hold off of it today, or he's going to have success with it. And here comes the junior, Ty Curtis, into the box. And with that being said, you know, you got a lot of nerves going on first time around. You know, you'll be a little more patient coming through, but you want to see if the man can throw it for a strike or not. If he can't throw it for a strike, there's no reason in swinging at it unless he hangs it. But if you can't throw your curveball for a strike, then you just look at an off-speed pitch and watch it. That'll even the count up. Ty Curtis 1-1 here. And that curveball finds, and Ty Curtis did a good piece of hitting. He just dropped the barrel of the bat over to the bottom half of the zone there and got the curveball just over the shortstop. So he'll be standing aboard here at first base with 2 outs with Mason Sanders coming into the box. So the Panthers back-to-back base runners on 2 outs. Going to try to make something happen here in the top of the second. Mason Sanders, a couple hits yesterday in game 1. And Curtis will be checked, and he'll be back in plenty of time. And Sanders fouls out one straight back. So, Vergeer quickly working ahead in the count here on Sanders. And a quick throw back to first base. And Curtis back again in plenty of time. And that's going to be a called strike fastball, 0-2 to Sanders. And Sanders gets a foul piece tip of it. I've been saying it all year. Mason Sanders is probably one of the best 2-strike hitters on the team. Gets a lot of base hits with 2 strikes. Don't try to do too much. And he's gone. Curtis is going to be going stealing, and he'll get caught stealing. Again, that's 4 in a row for the catcher in Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers. So anyone who's trying to still own the catcher for the Terriers has been retired, minus unless we just gave a base, unless he gave the base up due to somebody being on third. I don't think we've had one stolen base in the series so far. So the Vanderbilt Catholic Terrier catcher doing a fantastic job of hosing people from behind the plate. So that'll bring us to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless. Panthers will go one hit. No runs, no errors. Had the throw out from the catcher for the Terriers to retire the side, so Mason Sanders retained back into the box there in the top of the third inning. And due up for the Terriers here in the bottom of the second. Be number 34, Thomas LeCount, followed by Corey Borges. And then Bo Ledet, or Ledet, depending on where you're at in the state. And Broadnax misses with ball one. So LeCount is the catcher for the Terriers. That's who's batting now. He quickly worked to count 2 balls, no strikes. And LeCount will get hit. Free base path. So LeCount will be on board with the free base path on the hit pitch. Courtesy runner for the catcher. That'll be number 10 coming in, Crash Menard, on the base path now for the Terriers, with Borges standing in the box. And that's going to be a slow hit back to the second baseman. No double play. Do get the force out at second. It was a check swing, not hit very hard. Boone comes up, scores, scoops it, gets the out at second. So that'll be 2 gone, or excuse me, that'll be 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. With Ledet in the box. And he'll look at strike 1. And that ball will be upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ledet. And that's a swing and a miss. Quick attempt back to first base. Back just in the nick of time. Don't think you'll get the call regardless here, as the tag is on the front. Tough to see for the umpire having to be in foul territory there. And that'll even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes as the Thunder starts rolling in. As Garth Brooks will say. And that ball's going to be late there in right field. Sanders is going to have to come up, try to get the out at third. And that'll be a single for Leday on the evening. And that'll push the DH Borges. Get my paper. That'll push Corey Burgess all the way to third. So you got runners on the corners here for the Terriers, 1 out. Runners on the corners, 1 out. With Laff here coming to bat for the Terriers. And that's going to be a called strike on LaFleur. So Terriers threatening here in the bottom of the second. And that ball's going to be up the middle. And everybody's going to be safe. Nobody charging the ball. We're sitting there letting it take the second out. That one may cost us a little. No outs. So now you got runners first and second. 1 out here for the Terriers in the bottom of the second. And there's small ball being played. And that ball is going to go to the ground. Runners on first and second. 1 run already on the board. And the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers playing a little bit of small ball. Now they have the bases loaded. 1 out. And this will bring Bryce Thibodeau into the box for the Terriers. So being 1 out, laying the bunt down, good bunt, third baseman. As their runner on second wasn't charging, Broadnax tried to field it himself, couldn't get his hands on it. So the bases loaded here, bottom of the second, 1 out for the Terriers with the left-handed hitting Thibodeau in the box. As that's going to be called a ball. And that ball's going to be fouled, lined And that ball will be upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. And Broadnax even to count up with the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Terriers. This is the big strikeout here if we can get it. And now going swinging, go down on strikes. That'll bring the 9-hole up. Gary Bergier. Can't really say, I'd say Bergier, who is the pitcher who can help his calls here in the bottom of the second. And that ball's going to be hit hard, quickly. Drew Tyson couldn't handle it at shortstop. He'll be charged with the E. And that'll put 2 runs on the board for the Panthers. For the Terriers. With the Dangers hitting Robert. That was Robert. Hit the ball there up the middle. We've been 1 down behind there. So this will bring Guidry into the box for the Terriers. 2-0 lead. For the Terriers. Still with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And that one will be fouled into the softball field. Still be 0-2 to Guidry. And that ball will be hit up the middle. Cameron Burns going to try to show off his arm. No. And just like that, the Terriers will put 4 runs on the board. With the 2 out, 2-run single. Scores or backwards on the score on the screen, but I just got it changed. Thanks. Speaking, the Terriers are the home team today. Doesn't change it inside the app. So and that ball's going to be barreled up. It's going to carry. That's over the head of Sanders. And that'll be 2 more runs scored. And the Terriers making the Panthers pay for the errors here in the bottom of the second inning. So as soon as I figure out the scoreboard here, I will get back, change it again. I changed it and then I said, and that ball's barreled up again. And that'll be 7. They got 10,000 things going on right here. I know that the Terriers have scored 7 unanswered here in the bottom of the second, on taking advantage of the errors that was committed in. And here we are, 7-0. As soon as I figure out where the scoreboard is supposed to be, I will put it back up there. I do understand that it is probably backwards now. So Buckeyes team 1, VC is team 2. However, taking that's just going to be off the top. And that one's going to be dropped in foul territory. So I'm going to read this again. Let me know if the score is right once I move it here. Going to be 7-0 for the Terriers. Runner on first. 2 out still. And that'll retire the side. So a big inning for the Terriers, taking advantage of the errors committed by the Panthers, which you do not see very often. However, today, the Terriers made them pay for the defensive mishaps there in the bottom of the second as they go 7 unanswered to lead 7-0 over the Buckeye Panthers. But again, it is high school baseball, and if you grew up in the 90s, college baseball and high school baseball is not defined by one inning, as anything can happen until the last out is put on the scoreboard. But the Terriers will take a commanding lead over the Panthers, 7-0 here in the top of the third as they go 7 unanswered. So I'm going to try to keep up with it on the feed there. If you do see, remember there's a delay, so. That'll put Mason Sanders back in the box in the top of the third here for the Panthers. Boom, caught stealing there in the bottom, or excuse me, in the top of the second. So Sanders back in the box for the Panthers. And Sanders swinging at the first pitch, fouls it back. So 2 strikes on Sanders. And Sanders will go down swinging. And that'll bring the senior Hayden Boone, the second baseman, into the box for the Panthers. And he'll look at the fastball for strike 1. Two balls, 2 strikes to Boone, as I'm still trying to get the score figured out here, and everyone's letting me know. And keep in mind, there is a delay, so by the time I have it fixed, I got to decide whether or not that text was before the delay or after. But we're working on it. All right, so that's a ball upstairs. That'll bring the count full. That'll ring the count full to Boone. And that ball's going to be line foul. Staying alive. And that'll be called looking, third strike to Boone. It'll be 2 Panthers retired back-to-back strikeouts. Keep in mind, I will keep checking the score. All right, so the score should line out now. And that'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caden Grimmett. Here for the Panthers, trying to get a little bit of life after the big inning of the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers. Scoring 7 in the bottom half of the second. And that ball is going to be hit to the center fielder, so that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 for the Panthers as we go into the bottom half of the third inning. Mute it real quick, please. All right, think we have the scoreboard figured out. In the bottom of the third now, the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers leading the Buckeye Panthers here in game 2, 7-0. Bottom of the third, the pitcher, Guidry, comes up. The first batter, this will be Bo Leday, comes up bottom of the third inning. Hits one off the wall, and he'll have a stand-up double here for the bottom of the third. And the Panthers will make a pitching change as the reliever, Caden Grimmett, number 33, the junior, will come on to the hill. So with the pitching change, Grimmett coming in for relief of Broadnax. Panthers committed 3 errors in the second inning, and the Terriers took advantage of it, scoring 7 runs in the second, bottom of the second. A lot of baseball be left to play, and I know everybody thinks 7-0 is out of control, and you put yourself behind the 8 ball, but again, it's high school baseball. Score 7 runs at the drop of a hat. So that's going to put Henry Lapierre into the box for the Terriers. As Grimmett on relief here for the Panthers, top of the third. And that's going to be a ball downstairs from Grimmett. And that ball up in the zone. Going to be 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0. And I hope the foul ball don't come here now because I have my glove off taking a drink of water. And that'll be 4 straight balls from the reliever, Caden Grimmett. So the Terriers will be first and second, no outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And up 7-0. Terriers still wanting to play small ball as they turn around the bunt to move the runners 3 to 3rd and 2nd. Hey, look at my truck. And there's the bucket over there. And that'll even the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Andrew Segui. Can't read this writing, it's blotted out, so you get what you get. And that's going to be small ball. Pitcher's going to have to get it. And that ball's going to go past him. And just like that, they're going to score 2 on a bunt. And just like that, we bunt it. And somehow, 2 runs score on the overthrow to first. So a lot of emotions on the field right now as the Panthers are back behind the 8 ball. And not exactly sure what's going on here. Before I change the score, I'm going to try to figure out what's going on. But as of right now, it's going to be 9-0 off of an infield bunt, 15 foot in front of the plate. The Terriers scored 2 runs. And it retained 9-0. Thank you. And squared around the bunt again. And there's the bunt again. And I guess, why not? If you score 2 runs on the bunt on the first one, why not turn around and bunt it again? That's what I would have done. However, that one does roll foul. So 9-0 lead here for the Terriers. Going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes is what I have. The scoreboard says no balls, 2 strikes. And now the Panthers are going to have to be worrying about the run rule in a play here, as they are the visiting team. That ball's going to be downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the left-hander, Bryce Thibodeau, in the box for the Terriers. So if you're the Panthers, you're going to have to work the pitcher on the other team, not swing at all-speed pitches if they're not strikes. Try to get into the bullpen. As here, you're going to try to work the pitch counts. Try to see some different arms from the Terriers. Got to do something to change that momentum. See if you can build up on something offensively, kind of like the Terriers have done here in the bottom of the second and the bottom of the third. And that ball's going to be downstairs, even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for the first out here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring Bergner to the plate for the Terriers. And he's gone. That's going to be a hit and run. That's going to be down. And that's going to score another one. No, he holds him up at third. So it'll be runners first and second. That was Robert. On the hit. For the Terriers. So that'll put Guidry in the box. Still 9-0 here, bottom of the third. Runners on second and third. 1 out. And that ball's going to be downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be, that hits the runner at second. He'll be out. And it'll be dead ball. I believe the runner will have to go back to third. However, if it hits the offensive player, not sure that the runner can advance. Talk it over. So Robert was on second. Infield was playing in. Ball hits him. In fair territory. They're going to call him safe. That's not sure exactly what's going on here. The umpire made a safe play. However, the runner on second base has to be out. And I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if it hit him in the air. It may have bounced. Doesn't matter. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. If it touches the defensive player first, then it can hit him. However, I do not know if Drew Tyson got his glove on it. And no explanation on the call, but everybody will be safe. It'll be a dead ball. I'm guessing. I don't know what the score is. 9-0 still. So the bases will be loaded, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonna redo. If it hits him, takes it all over. And we're doing it again. So Guidry will be on first with whatever hit you call that. I'm not sure. That one will be outside, so it'll be 2 balls, no strikes. And that ball's going to be in the dirt, and here he comes. And he'll be there. That'll be 10-0. Three balls, no strikes. With the pass ball. However, that one was upstairs. Pass ball means absolutely nothing because that's 4 straight. So that'll be a base on ball. Now the Panthers are going to need to get some outs. One out here in the bottom of the third. And the rain's starting to try to come down again. And that one he'll find the strike zone. No balls, 1 strike. Ball upstairs. And that ball's going to be flared. And the umpire calls the infield fly. That'll bring in the box. Not exactly sure what's going on now with the umpire. Looks like we may have Crash Menard coming in to bat, the left-hander for the Terriers. Come in and pinch run earlier in the game. And that one's going to hit him, and that'll be 11. So that'll push 11 across. Don't know where that one missed. It's going to be called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one will be outside. 2 balls and a strike. And Griffin will find a strike zone, even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here, looking for an out to get out of this 3rd inning. Holds off on it. This is a big time pitch here. If not, it'll push number 12 across. Batter's probably going to be sitting on the fastball. And that ball's hit. And that's going to be a go down as an infield hit. And they keep pushing them across. That's a smooth dozen for the Terriers here on the night. And runners thought about going on the wild pitch. Stay back. So the Terriers are 1 base hit away from here, I believe, from ending it. May have to be 15 after 3. And that's going to be a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. So this out is important. Need to get it. And that's going to be ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. And that'll be 3 balls and a strike. And that one's going to be fouled out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be called a ball. That'll push another one across. The Baker's dozen, 13. And Morgan will go get him. This will bring in the sophomore, Cameron Burns, up to pitch for the Panthers. So the sophomore coming in for relief for the Panthers. Trying to get this lone third out. And here we go with Burns in relief for the Panthers. And this will bring Robert to the plate, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. And that'll be a pass ball. Runner stays at third. It'll be Swiggy at the plate. Andrew Swiggy. And that ball's down in the dirt. So quickly Burns falls behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one will be downstairs. 3-0. And that'll be 3-1. And that ball will be foul. Full count here. Cameron Burns needing to find his best pitch to retire the side to get out of this long drawn out bottom of the third. And that'll be a free base path. That'll push 14 across. And that'll bring number 1 to the plate, Jonas Bergeron, for the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers. And quickly Burns starts him off with a curveball for a strike 1. And that'll be strike 2 on Bergeron. And this is a big out right here for the Panthers, as I believe if the Terriers score another run, it will be 15 after 3. And that ball's going to get out of here, possibly. Ty Curtis over the head of Ty Curtis. And just like that, the ball game is over. The Terriers are going to score 15 unanswered. And that's high school baseball season for the Panthers has come to an end here in the quarterfinals against the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers. And we hate to see it for our seniors. We wish our seniors the best of luck. Adam Broadnax, Aiden Roy, Drew Tyson, Hayden Boone, Mason Sanders, all the seniors. If I miss one, I am sorry. I think I got them all, though. I'd like to wish you guys, thank you for allowing us to call the games. It was a fun time. You have nothing to hang your heads about. Today just wasn't your day on the baseball diamond. However, you got plenty of life ahead of you, and baseball is just a game. So we'd like to thank all our seniors, all our coaches. That'll put us on the end of the year for baseball. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, BK Trio Businesses. I'd like to thank you, Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Also like to thank Robbie Tarver and the Tarver Companies. I'd like to thank you for being a headline sponsor as well. And that'll sign us off.